We all know the champions, the knockout artists, and the multi-million-dollar stadium fights. But behind the blinding lights of Riyadh, the roaring crowds of Las Vegas, and the high-stakes drama of the weigh-ins stands the man orchestrating the chaos. We are stepping inside the high-rolling, fast-paced world of British boxing royalty, Eddie Hearn. The Matchroom Chairman is not just a promoter. He is the ultimate architect of modern combat sports. To millions, he is known as the sharp-suited, fast-talking visionary who turned boxing into global entertainment. But behind the designer suits and the endless media appearances lies a self-made empire built on multi-million-dollar broadcast deals, sprawling real estate, elite cars, and a fiercely protected family life. If you're ready to uncover the untold story, hit that subscribe button right now. This is a journey you cannot afford to miss. To understand the magnitude of Eddie's empire, you have to look back at the foundation built by his father, Barry Hearn. Growing up surrounded by sports promotion meant he learned the business from the ground up, starting out selling programs and working odd jobs before eventually taking the reins of Matchroom Sport. When Eddie officially stepped into the top spot as chairman, he didn't just maintain his father's legacy, he supercharged it. He transformed Matchroom from a traditional British sports promotion company into an international powerhouse, expanding far beyond boxing into professional darts, snooker, tin-pin bowling, and fishing. Yet, boxing remained his crown jewel. Hearn revolutionized the sport by securing game-changing, multi-year global broadcasting partnerships, most notably a landmark 8-figure deal with DAZN that shifted boxing away from traditional pay-per-view models and onto a subscription-based streaming universe. Under his leadership, Matchroom Boxing became a global machine, staging massive blockbusters across the UK, the US, and eventually anchoring the sport's modern golden era in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, alongside His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. He turned fighters into global stars, promoters into media personalities, and weigh-ins into red carpet events. That monumental commercial success translated directly into extraordinary personal and family wealth. Eddie Hearn and his father, Barry Hearn, share a towering family fortune valued at $1.3 billion as of May 2026. Individually, his personal net worth is estimated to be a staggering $400 million, driven primarily by his role leading Matchroom Sport through diverse global sports portfolios, lucrative broadcast distributions, sponsorship empires, and high-stakes event promotion. Unlike fighters whose wealth is tied to the physical toll of combat, his fortune is built on corporate infrastructure, media rights, and long-term business interests, giving his wealth the potential to outlast the boxing careers of the fighters he promotes. That financial success is mirrored in the way he constructs his world away from the bright lights and media scrutiny. Eddie's primary residence is more than just a home. It is a hybrid of luxury living and boxing history. Located in Ingatestone near Brentwood, Essex, this traditional English countryside estate was originally purchased by his father, Barry, some 30 years ago for around £200,000, and today stands as a symbol of the family's rise to a billion-pound empire. Serving as both Eddie's private sanctuary and the official headquarters of Matchroom Boxing, the sprawling property features sweeping manicured lawns, a private indoor swimming pool, a fully equipped professional gym where fighters and Eddie train on-site, a dedicated private home theater, and a custom home office where high-stakes contracts are signed and boxing history is literally written. Most famously, during the COVID-19 pandemic, Eddie invested $5 million to transform the expansive grounds into the legendary Fight Camp arena, hosting elite world-class bouts like Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin under the night sky. The meticulous attention to detail that defines his real estate carries straight into his garage, reflecting a lifestyle where high-powered corporate meetings blend seamlessly with global entertainment. His Range Rover autobiography serves as the perfect daily command center, combining British luxury with the imposing presence expected of a man who spends his life moving between airports, arenas, and television studios. For a classic statement of traditional Essex luxury, he slides behind the wheel of a Bentley Continental GT, pairing handcrafted interior craftsmanship with massive twin-turbo performance. When major red carpet events and high-profile media appearances call for an unforgettable entrance, he steps into a Rolls-Royce Ghost, a rolling fortress of silence gliding effortlessly through central London. To review contracts on the move, he shifts to a Mercedes-Benz S-Class, blending cutting-edge technology with understated executive sophistication. When he craves unadulterated Italian flair, he drops the top of his Ferrari California T and lets its turbocharged V8 soundtrack echo through countryside roads. He also turns to a Porsche 911 Carrera to match everyday usability with blistering track-bred speed, while his Aston Martin DB11 rounds out the fleet with gentlemanly British sophistication and a menacing, high-revving V8 heart. Beyond the roar of supercar engines and the high-stakes pressure of global sports promotion, his greatest source of grounding has always been found within his private world. Eddie is married to Chloe Gabriella Hearn, a businesswoman who formerly co-owned Chloe's Beauty Bar in Brentwood, Essex, and later worked with a Matchroom charitable foundation until 2025. The couple married in 2012, and their relationship predates his rise as boxing's most dominant promoter. Together, Eddie and Chloe are raising 2 daughters. While the family home remains anchored at the Matchroom Mansion estate in Gatestone, Essex, reports have highlighted that Eddie frequently spends time in Monaco for business, while Chloe and the children remain based in Essex, an arrangement that close friends insist is entirely career-driven rather than due to personal issues. Unlike many sports executives who drag their families into the public eye, Hearn intentionally keeps his wife and children away from the toxic glare of social media and tabloid journalism. Chloe strongly prefers to stay out of the limelight despite Eddie's massive public profile. In numerous interviews, Eddie has emphasized that his daughters do not care whether he just promoted a multi-million-dollar world title fight or how many subscribers DAZN gained. To them, he is simply dad. Today, Eddie Hearn stands at the absolute summit of sports promotion. He is a man who took a legendary family business and turned it into a global media empire, all while maintaining his sanity, his family, and a sharp sense of humor. As he continues to shape the future of boxing alongside global titans in Riyadh, Las Vegas, and London, the question is no longer whether he belongs among the most influential sports executives in history. It's how large his empire will grow. If you enjoyed this deep dive look into the life, empire, and mind of Eddie Hearn, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe. Does Eddie remain the greatest promoter in modern boxing, or is the landscape shifting? Let us know. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.